People often want to know what separates the successful people from the non-successful people, the people that play it safe, although we are never safe. I'll tell you, this is Tammy C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I created this channel to provide light and love. How are you? I'm doing good. I'll tell you all, it took a whole surgery for me to get my sleep back on track. I just slept like 6 hours. I don't know what it is with me and sleep. It's like, and I don't want to claim this, but I don't know if I inherited this from my late mom because she had a lot of trouble sleeping. And I know some of it is contributed to caffeine. So I need to do something better. You know, I got to make some changes. But anyhow, I'm feeling great. Thank God. I need it. Oh, my goodness. All right. Before I get started, hit subscribe, hit like, hit share. Thank you all so much for viewing and sharing and being in my community on the Dreams Are Reality Express. Choo-choo. Successful people. Who are they? What do they do? And what is it that the non-successful people don't do? Let me tell you about successful people. And it is subjective. What do you consider success? Personally, it looks like a lot of faces to me. If you are a parent and you have succeeded in teaching your child or children how to be contributing people to society, you know, kind, loving, hardworking, that is a success to me. Because as a non-parent, but as an aunties, we are parents too. It is our duty to make sure that our kids are polite, they are kind, they are fair, they work hard, and they are heard as well. So that's a tough job. There are books out for parenting, but you know, every child is different. You may have to be real gentle with one, and you could be a little bit more hard on another, and they can take it. You know, as a mom and dad, but that's success to me. If you have successfully completed school, high school all the way up, that's a success. You know, you got to give yourself credits, and success doesn't have to be I built a business or whatever. It could be success in completing things, success in being a good parent, success in being a good auntie. But if you do want to go on the business side, or a successful singer, successful artist, entrepreneur, whatever, successful people, they are hardworking. You cannot get around it. Yes, some people are successful because they inherited money. Their great grandfather, their granddad, their mom, whomever had a business, had a law firm, and they just jumped into it. You know, hey, it happens. But that's not the majority of us. Successful people know. I'm speaking about myself. If I'm in my 40s, which I'm not no more, and I enrolled in a master's program, and I'm spending thousands of dollars to get this degree, I don't have time to play around. I have a shot at this thing, and I need to get in there, get it done, and get out. For me, getting my master's degree, it meant long nights. I would be up at 2, 3 in the morning, pow, typing out papers, because we had to do a lot of papers. But I knew once I signed my name on the dotted line, it was all bets off. And that's the mindset of a successful person. If it's going to be, it's up to me. I got to get it. I got to get it done. That's my mindset. It's like a crazy mindset. A lot of people, they're not going to do that. So that's what sets successful people apart. We are hardworking people. Successful people are risk takers. This is how I ended up working at the practice I'm at, which time up on that one. But this lady that I don't even talk to hardly from my old church, she reached out on LinkedIn and said, do you know anybody that's looking to work, at a therapy practice? I was like, I don't know anybody but me. And she was like, oh, okay, I'll put you in touch with so-and-so. And that's the lady I work for. I've been with her going on 6 years. So I took a risk because I didn't really talk to that lady at church. She was a little bit mysterious. Like, I can't describe it. I want to, not that bad, but you know how you just don't really vibe with somebody. It wasn't like negative. It was just a weird vibe. But that weird vibe person connected me with somebody else. We are risk takers. Successful people, they are not scared to say, no, that's not for me. I remember I left my current job and I went over to another job for like 5 months. And I was working with the elderly, which I loved. But what I didn't love, they gave you so many clients. And the more clients I began to see in person, they needed like extensive help. And they wanted you to just basically, kind of graze over it. Like, go see them. Okay, they need this, and go to the next one. Me personally, being a social worker, that's not effective. If I know somebody is bedridden, I don't want to just spend this little bit of time, just move on to the next one real fast like they don't matter. That doesn't work for me. Then they put metrics on you. It was just a whole lot of drama to me. I'm trying to work smarter, not harder. I'm getting older, so that was a no-go. So I'm very quick to say, no, this is not for me. So I told my manager, hey, I got to go on a leave of absence because they were stressing me out. And baby, my peace of mind means everything. So I had only been there a few months, and she was like, oh, after a while, you don't qualify for a leave of absence, but you could take an unpaid leave. Oh, that's the one I want to take right there, unpaid. Because I had money saved, thank you, God. And I was able to leave and spend a couple of weeks, to myself and regroup. And I reached back out to my old job that I had just left. And my former manager was like, you better come back here. We got plenty of counselor roles. And I came back. Within a few months, I returned. So that's a successful person because we're not afraid to say, that's not for me. And one thing about me, as far as being successful, I have a good background in business. I spent many years in purchasing. So worst case, I could always go back to purchasing. And honestly, I'll make more than I make now. I had a position I saw via email. It paid like $90 an hour, which I didn't make that kind of money when I was in purchasing. But I could always return to that if I wanted to. But I don't really want to. But anyway, successful people know also their skill set. They know I'm organized. I'm professional. I have years of experience in whatever you have experience in. And they know at any given moment, I can go find me something else. Do not sleep to contract work. Please, do not sleep to consultant work. If you are a successful person, you can make a lot of money doing that. That will make you more than being with an employer because you have a niche, you have a specialty, and they are willing to pay you. Successful people never quit. They don't stop. If they are a singer and they're in LA and it's not working, they may run to Atlanta and see what's going on there. They may fly over to New York and see what's up there. Successful people, they don't stop and they keep going. And it may take a year, it may take 5, it may take 10. They don't see years. All they know is I got to get it, and they don't stop. And guess what? They always win because they never give up and they are open to changing things up to get where they're trying to go. Non-successful people play it safe. I'm just going to stay at this job 30 years. I'm not knocking that because that is absolutely okay if that's what you choose to do because some people have pensions tied to that 30 years. I'm not mad at that because they're going to be in a good position later. But when you play it safe and you're not getting the pay you deserve, you're getting treated bad. Are you safe? And the downfall with playing it safe is you're never safe because at any given moment you could get fired. And you thought you were safe being that, scary cat. That's how I think of some people. If you are on a track to retirement or you are trying to provide for your family and you are happy, like you worked somewhere 20, 30 years, but you go fishing, you go on cruises, you do your gardening, you play tennis. What's the new thing now? Pickleball. You do your yoga, your Zumba, you swim. That's a person that's well balanced. They do their job, but they have fun. They have a camper in the summer. They go there on the weekend. That kind of stuff, I love to hear that. But when you just play it safe and just work, 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 you letting your job abuse you, you working all these hours but not having no fun, not spending no time with family. No, 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 no. That's not a successful person. That's somebody that's a slave. Slave to the master. You don't want to be that. A non-successful person, they jealous. Like, if you're doing good, must be nice. Well, how did they get to do that? Oh, I don't like this person. When they know somebody made, oh, I don't like them. Oh, rich people this, and they mad at rich people. I'm not mad at rich people. I'm trying to mimic some of them. You know what I'm saying? I want to know, what did they do to get there? Not that money piece so much. Of course, yeah, everybody need money. I'm not against money. But what I do, and I used to study, I'm not studying him no more, Diddy. Like, I was like, how did he make it from this guy from Jersey or New York or whatever? You know, his story was kind of good, but now I'm like, ooh, Diddy might end up in jail. So, no. But you study people like that, Jay-Z, somebody from the Marcy Projects in New York. How did he become a billionaire? Michael Jordan, this 18-year-old kid that, you know, gets signed to Nike and has revolutionized the gym shoe game. And so people hate on Michael Jordan, like, that's so stupid. He's taking money from the community. Go watch Air, the movie Air. Don't say stuff if you don't have facts to back it up. Michael Jordan was an 18-year-old kid who someone selected, that guy Sonny, selected him to be the face of Nike. Back in the day, they would pick multiple athletes to be the face of Converse or Nike. This time, the guy just took a chance on Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan was not the phenomenon they ended up becoming. But he said something about this kid, let's put him to be the face of this gym shoe. And his mother was like, we need to get so many cents off of each gym shoe. He said, Mrs. Jordan, that's not how the gym shoe game goes. She said, you eat, we eat. And the rest is history. And that's how he became a 3-time billionaire. But people hate on that. Not to mention best basketball player ever lived. The stuff he did, if you watched him from 1988 through the 90s, you would see why they be saying GOAT, greatest of all time. Like, the stuff he did was just unparalleled. I haven't seen anybody else do Michael Jordan-ness moves yet. You know, similar, but never duplicated, baby. Never. But non-successful people, they don't appreciate people that have gone on before them. Some of these younger people, do they really understand rap music? Do they understand hip-hop? Growing up in the 70s and 80s, for me, hip-hop was a big part of my life. That's when Grandmaster Flash was out, Curtis Blow. You know, those were some good songs out. And how can you be a modern-day rapper without knowing your history? You know what I'm saying? You always got to know your history. Me as a vocalist, I always appreciate Minnie Riperton, the late Minnie Riperton. Or I'm a big Mariah Carey fan, big Whitney Houston fan. Those are the people I followed. The great Phyllis Hyman. Those are the performers that I adore. I love Chaka Khan. So, Celine Dion. Those are some of the ones that I really, follow and followed. So how can you be a great anything without tapping into some of the history? History is what allows us to be as great as we are now. A non-successful person, they won't try nothing new. They'll be like, nah. You know what else? Besides not trying nothing new, they don't believe in themselves. No, I can't do that. No, that won't work. No. As a clinician, try meditating. No, I can't meditate. No. When I was in therapy many years ago, I still go to therapy now, but I had this therapist downtown Chicago, phenomenal. She's really the reason why I became a therapist, phenomenal. So I would go to her, during times of mourning, when I was like really miserable with my life. So when I would go in her office and we begin our session, some of the things that Lily would do is she would give me assignments. She would say, okay, we're going to do some breath work today. And we would do breath work where I'm breathing, deep breathing for a while. Or she might do meditation with me. Or she may give me an assignment. Okay, Tammy, you said you want to improve your finances. You said you want to get out and date more. When you come back on this date, you should have, tried to attempt to get out a little bit more. You should have created a good budget. She put me to the test. And that's one reason why I enjoyed going to her, because she made me do the work. I do the same thing as a clinician. I give out homework. Now, if they come to me and it's a crisis, we don't have time to do that homework. We got to address what they're feeling that day. But non-successful people, they don't want to do the work. You got to do the work. You got to, even if you're doing that self-help stuff or therapy, do your work. That's the only way you're going to be successful. You got to change those bad habits. Non-successful people, they all over the place. They don't have a routine. I know young people that have routines. My routine, you all know me, go in there, wash my face with my cleanser. I put my Anuk moisturizer on, start up the Keurig, go in the kitchen. I have my vitamins in my cabinet up there. I take my different vitamins. I come sit on the couch. I'm on the couch now with my coffee. And look, sometimes I do podcasts. Or I'll start some journaling, which is what I was supposed to be sitting here doing. I'm doing everything else. But that's my routine. And then I get into some positive stuff, jump in the shower, and I hit the school that I work at. That's my routine. Successful people do not have routines. They just all over the place. I can go on and on to the break of dawn. Got to get out of here. I just want to drop you some tips on success. I want to see you win in 2024. It's not that hard to be successful. It does take dedication and hard work. I shouldn't dumb it down. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Do it. Do it with everything you got. And don't accept no. Don't quit. Can't stop, won't stop. And you will reach your goal. It may not happen in 6 months. It may not happen in a year. Sometimes, unfortunately, it's 2 to 5 years. It could take a while. But every little step you take, as Bobby Brown said, you will be there. You just got to keep it up. Don't give up. Don't stop. Don't quit. Can't quit. Tammy Sharice Walker signing off.